I've changed my mind. Sister Wives patriarch Kody Brown could be the victim in one specific circumstance. He's under Robyn Brown's control. Sister Wives patriarch Kody Brown may be trying to garner sympathy for his actions, and while he's not the victim generally, I've changed my mind and think he could be in one specific circumstance. Throughout Sister Wives Season 19, Kody's been showing that he's more feeling and emotional than ever before. After dealing with his trio of original wives leaving him, Kody has shared that he feels a sense of betrayal from Cristin Brown, Janelle Brown, and Mary Brown that he doesn't know how to get out from under. Though his remaining wife, Robyn Brown, has been trying, Kody's stuck. Although Kody's always been the villain when it comes to his role in the Brown family, his behavior within the last few seasons of Sister Wives has made it clear that he's not necessarily the mastermind he believes he is. Kody has been dealing with his wife, Robyn, taking over relationships without his knowledge and driving him away from his kids in a way that has cost Kody years with the children he fathered from his previous marriages. While Kody may have been at fault for his actions with his original wives, his problems with his kids come from Robyn. Although Kody's behavior has been difficult for years, the most recent season of Sister Wives has proven that he's genuinely looking for sympathy for some of his most difficult choices. While Sister Wives Season 19 has been difficult for everyone in the Brown family, Kody's issues have outshone the rest, according to the family patriarch. Though he hasn't really acknowledged the issues the rest of his family faces, Kody's been upfront about the fact that he feels he's been duped out of relationships and put through painful emotions unnecessarily. Sharing that he's been going through a lot, Kody wants sympathy. Despite knowing that his exes were struggling in their marriages to him and felt inferior to Robyn most of the time, Kody has been open about the fact that he wasn't getting what he needed from his exes, either. On top of that, Kody is trying to make it seem like he isn't at fault in his relationships with his older kids. Kody's children don't seem to want to make much of an effort as they move through their adult lives because of his stringent rules and difficult behavior, but Kody doesn't care that he's made things tougher than necessary. As Kody has moved through his life with Robyn, it's become clear that she's behind a lot of the divisive decisions he makes for himself and his family at large. Kody's behavior has been tough to watch, but seeing Robyn turning the gears in his head has been even more difficult. Throughout her time as his fourth, and now only, wife, Robyn has shown her true colors more often than not. Playing the victim whenever possible, Robyn has been able to manipulate Kody's emotions to make her seem like she's not the major problem that she is in his life. Robyn has become particularly good at manipulating Kody when it comes to the kids he has with his other wives. While Robyn came into most of the kids' lives when they were a bit older, it's been clear that she's had a major impact on the way Kody communicates and interacts with his children. Robyn's rarely mindful of the fact that Kody has 18 children with hers included despite coming into the plural marriage late. Unfortunately, Robyn's been able to push Kody to turn against his kids in moments of struggle, which has broken their trust with their father inherently. Although Kody is often more the villain than anyone else on Sister Wives, when it comes to situations where Robyn has manipulated things to look a certain way with his kids, I do think he can be more of the victim. Don't get me wrong, Kody has done his fair share of psychological damage to his children and ruined his relationships with them in ways that will continue to become clear years down the line, but the way Robyn has influenced him in recent years has been tragic. She's genuinely convinced Kody that his other kids are against him. Robyn may be the biggest villain on Sister Wives when it comes to twisting the truth and dealing with the family as a whole. After pushing Kody's older children away, she's been the one trying to say that they refuse to deal with her or her children despite evidence to the contrary. While Kody has bizarre demands when it comes to his kids mending their relationships with him, the Sister Wives patriarch is at the very least open to reconciliation, while Robyn has been trying to destroy the relationships outright for years. For years, Kody Brown has been the face of polygamy in America, brazenly proud, infuriatingly stubborn, and increasingly controversial. TLC's Sister Wives has documented the highs and many lows of his plural marriage, with viewers often left slack-jawed as he dodged responsibility, raised his voice, or played favorites like it was a contact sport. I've been among the legions who've rolled their eyes at his man-child behavior, muttering under my breath, "Classic Kody," whenever things fell apart and he refused to see the role he played in the chaos. But something recently clicked. After rewatching the last few seasons, digging into body language, tone shifts, and a strange, creeping pattern that keeps rearing its head, I've changed my mind. Maybe not entirely, and definitely not to absolve him of past mistakes, but I can now see a specific scenario where Kody Brown might actually be the victim. And no, not of societal pressures, bad weather, or teenage rebellion. Of Robyn Brown. That's right, Robyn, the fourth wife, the favorite. The one who cries with waterproof mascara and always seems surprised that anyone could be upset with her. At first glance, Robyn appears to be the doting, well-meaning wife who just wanted peace, unity, and family togetherness. But peel back the veil and a different picture starts to emerge. A woman who might just be the puppeteer, pulling strings while Kody dances, oblivious or possibly too afraid to resist. Let's be honest, Kody wasn't always like this. In the early days of the show, he had a certain chaotic charisma. He was silly with Cristin, romantic with Mary, and respectful, if awkwardly so, with Janelle. His relationships were flawed but functioning. Then Robyn entered the scene. Slowly, something in Kody began to shift. He started parroting Robyn's vocabulary. Words like loyalty, respect, and obedience became more common, though curiously only when defending Robyn's needs. He developed tunnel vision, often forgetting the emotional labor his other wives were putting in just to survive the lifestyle. Cristin cooked and raised children, Janelle worked to support the family, and Mary twisted herself in knots trying to get back in his good graces. Meanwhile, Robyn, she stayed quietly at the center of it all, tears ready, voice quivering, telling us how hard it all was for her. And Kody, he became her mouthpiece. He was no longer the central figure of a polygamous family. He was the enforcer of Robyn's ideals. Even the infamous loyalty speech, where he berated Cristin for not being a loyal wife, sounded less like his own thoughts and more like something he'd been spoon-fed over many whispered late-night conversations with wife number 4. It's become clearer over time that Robyn doesn't just want to be the favorite, she wants to be the only. But here's the kicker. She's made sure Kody believes that this is his idea. Think about it. Kody's meltdown over Cristin leaving wasn't about Cristin. It was about the system breaking. It was about his image as the mighty patriarch collapsing. But it was also about the unspoken deal he made with Robyn. I'll follow your lead if you make me feel like the leader. Robyn is, in many ways, a master of emotional subtlety. She doesn't yell. She doesn't slam doors or deliver ultimatums. Instead, she cries. She shakes her head with disappointment. She gives Kody the look of someone who's been wronged by everyone else, and Kody, desperate for someone to validate him, rushes to defend her, to protect her, to silence the chaos around her. Isn't that control? If Kody Brown were in a different kind of relationship, we might call this emotional manipulation. And maybe, just maybe, that's what we're seeing here. A man who, after years of barking commands and flinging his hair in rage, has quietly become the most compliant member of his own household. A man who now makes decisions based on what will keep Robyn calm, what will preserve her version of peace, and what will keep him from being left entirely alone. Because here's the dark possibility. Robyn knows Kody's greatest fear isn't losing a wife, it's losing all of them. And with Mary, Janelle, and Cristin gone, or emotionally checked out, she has become his last tether to the dream he sold to America. And she knows it. So she tightens the leash, gently. She lets him feel like he's still the leader of a plural family while subtly ensuring that no one else remains in it. Every tantrum he throws on camera, every defensive tirade, every bizarre metaphor about knives and kidneys, it all seems to end with Robyn comforting him in their Flagstaff home while the cameras fade to black.